I'm honored, privileged, and humbled by the fact that I have the easiest task in this entire hall, just simply to ask the questions. The panel members have to answer them. The questions have been picked up from the question box, which was placed in different points. And I've collected all the questions, and these are the questions that I'm asking. The first question is, if God is in everything and everywhere, living things and non-living things, animate and inanimate objects in the elements, air, water, earth, then why are there so many natural disasters in the world? This, we will not mention who, but whoever who is enthusiastic and who can respond may pick the mic and respond. Who can respond to this? Let me repeat them. Let me repeat. If God is in everything and everywhere, living things, non-living things, animate and inanimate objects, especially in air, water, earth, then why are there so many natural disasters in the world? Yes.
Yes, God is omnipresent. He's in everything. But you see, human beings are given the choice to decide what to do. We have that choice. We have traveled away from God. God created everybody. He is in everything, and we have gone away, and now we have to go back to God. So the whole process is really to learn how to go back to God. That's our job. So we learn through various experiences. Even though we are God, but we have forgotten that we are God. We don't know that we are God. People don't know, don't understand that. So, God will take us all back. Don't worry. But the way to go to God depends on each individual. We are given the choice. We are given the freedom to decide. That was given to us, to all of us, okay, since the beginning. And so we have gone further away from God because we have decided to do many negative things, which is not the way of God. We quarrel, we fight, we kill each other, we have wars. So these are all negative things, but we have chosen that path. But God is calling us back. We have to go back to God. And in order to learn, sometimes, we hit the table hits us back. We learn because we hurt ourselves. We kill each other, we also get hurt. Sometimes we are killed. We have to be reborn again and again and again. And all of us are beginning to feel, it's getting boring to be alive like this. So a lot of us are beginning to search for a way out. We have a lot of suffering. We imagine that we are suffering, so we have to find a way out. So God sends many people to come. He himself comes just to guide us, to help us. So we have Lord Jesus, we have Lord Buddha, we have many great saints, and even Swami himself came. God came in many forms to teach us and gradually take us back to the place where we came from originally. So it's all a Leela of God. God is God's Leela. All this is just Leela. We have to learn to live with it. We smile. We see somebody swearing at us. Oh, it's another God's Leela. We have to learn. Okay? Smile at everything. This is what we got to learn. And when we do that, we don't hit back, we don't become angry with anybody. People are acting on this big stage, and we have to learn to come down from the stage unaffected. All actors, they may act on the stage, but when they come down, they're not affected by what they did on the stage. So gradually we learn to let go, not be attached to anything. Because when you are attached to material things, you suffer. So that is the way of God. We are going back to God. All of us are going back to God. Well, one day we'll all be God, part of God, and become one with God. That is the purpose of our life.
Doctor, if you may just extend, if by doing so, how can natural disasters be averted? That's the question. Now we know that this is the mechanism. Now by becoming good, can we avoid natural disasters?
So first I want to clarify in spirituality, the spiritual hierarchy. So it is a fact, this is all Swami, what all I learned is from Swami, like baby repeating the mother's words. Everything, like as you said, every atom, every cell, every moment is permeated by the divine. That means that there is nothing animate, inanimate, plants, animals, stones, everything is pervaded by God. There's nothing but God. What all we see is God. In that case, even natural disasters is also God. There's nothing but divine, because there's nothing else exists but divine. What we see, but Swami himself beautifully said that most of the natural disasters is very clearly recorded in the divine discourses, the earthquakes, the tsunami, the floods, are because of man-made calamities, because we dig big mines and air pollution and all these things, we pay for the consequences. In the duality, as you sow, you reap. So we are paying for this karma. So even one time Swami said when United States was going through the trouble, there is a national karma. Swami said what the wrong thing they got involved in the wars. So the humanity, we have to go through in the duality level, when there is Dvaita, that means God is separate, we have to pay for the karma, that is that sequence. But in the ultimate stage, even that is also the divine, divinity. But in the non-dual sense, in the highest Advaitic sense, this is all our creation of the mind. The beautiful example Swami gives is the screen and the movie you see on the screen. Screen is Brahman. Just by itself is empty, there is nothing there, blank screen. But when you put the various pictures on that, let it be floods, tsunamis, fire, does it burn the screen? It doesn't burn it. But as soon as you switch off it doesn't. Similarly, in the duality world, we see all this. In the Advaitic sense, there is no birth, no that you go to Ramana Maharshi says, this is all in your mind, this is all your projection of our mind. Till we wake up. One time I was with Swami, I asked, so me and Dr. V.K. Narasimhan, he was the editor of Sanatana Sarathi, we were there sitting at the feet of Swami. He is a great Vishishta Advaitin. He thinks God is separate, man is separate, Ramanuja follower. He said, Swami, who will, because he says in Advaitic sense there is only one thing exists. Who will like the flowers to be the same color? We want different colors. Then I asked Swami, you say there's only one thing. In the night, we get dream. When you wake up, there is no dream, it is all unreal. What about this? Swami said, Narendra, that is night dream. What we are seeing this is also a dream, but it's a daydream. So it is really, Swami emphatically said, we need to wake up the people, we all wake up from the night dream, but very few people wake up from the daydream, like Ramana Maharshi, Nisargadatta Maharaj. So the whole spiritual practice is to wake up from the daydream, so realize if life is a dream, you realize it. So this is the whole purpose. Then I told Swami, that means you are also a dream. But Swami beautifully said, yes, I am in all the three stages. In the dream, dreamless, Turiya stage, and the Jagrat stage. All the four, Jagrat, Sushupti, Turiya, all the stages and Swapna stage. So that means that is the consciousness, divinity which exists. So in the ultimate sense, this is all a fragment of our imagination. But we are all in the living duality world. We still have body consciousness. So we should be careful what karma we do, because that is why we pay for the natural disasters.
So,
and even the disasters in our own life. So that is what we need to remember, yes.
what can the 400 people, when we return back in addressing this question, what can we do? Something we can do to mitigate this?
Definitely we can do three things. Number one, prayer is the most effective. That is why whenever natural disasters come, I tell everyone can pray. Like this morning, Dr. Jim Sai was telling the typhoon which is going to come in the Philippines, already it is going down, they said, and they said, I told him, your prayers and you are making everybody pray. And I have seen power of prayers. It's very well documented. It happened, same thing in Andhra Pradesh. I think 2 years ago, they had a big typhoon coming and hitting, and we wrote everybody, all the devotees to pray, and that it took a side tour. So number one, prayer is available for every one of us. There is nobody, you don't need resources. Second thing is, whenever this is, we need to collect our resources and see how we can go and help. Instead of giving a lecture that is their karma, let them face, we need to go and get involved and do the wonderful service activities. And then, if possible, we should help the local people to establish the way we are doing in the Philippines. And you have heard this morning, I was really very much touched. Sathya Sai International Organization is one of the few NGOs, like in Haiti, right after the earthquake in Haiti. So in 2010, we have gone, and till today, we are doing the service. First, we started with medical, Narayana Seva, education, we continue to do. The Philippines, right after the November, we have gone there. So many places our people have gone and helped. So our duty is not to question why the disaster happened, what can we do? Because God is giving us the opportunity to serve, that we need to make use of the opportunity. And actually, we have to take side line. I want to congratulate all of you who presented. I was really touched with the wonderful service programs that were presented this morning. It was an amazing experience for me. For me, it's a learning experience, starting from Singapore, the saffron program, how the guardian family could help another family, transforming both the family who serves and the served. And the Indonesia, the mobile clinic, going to the place and not only inspiring the people, going to the Sikh temple and the Devi temple, right? So that means how many people you are touching. And then the Lavo PDR. These people should carefully listen. Is there any place in the world, any country, which does daily EHV classes? So this is the only country which does the daily EHV classes. I said that Lavo PDR, you said PDR, I want to correct you, you were wrong. PDR is people with divine response. Instead of that. So you really respond, I was really touched. There, he went there every day, 250 children they touch, and the enthusiasm, even though limited resources, how much they want to do, that is a wonderful thing. In Malaysia, the same thing in the, how many young adults they are touching the lives. In Nepal, I was personally there, the Devi Ghat, where the people go there, and they have established these restrooms for the sake of the common people, and how it transformed, even 12-year-old children taking the chairmanship of a Sai Center. These are all very unique programs, and where in the whole world, 93 centers own their own buildings, of 203, there's nowhere. Now, America is the most affluent, we don't even have few centers owning the buildings. So this is the wonderful things we go on listening, whether it's Thailand, every country really it went to. That is what is practice we need to do. So I just sidetracked, but I was really so much touched by the wonderful work, because there is a song, Teri Mahima Likhi na Jaye, Teri Mahima Kahi na Jaye. God's work and mission is unbelievable. Swami's glory. I want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to listen to this wonderful work you are doing. Thank you.
Dr. Reddy, you are also becoming very good with the acronyms.
We have to learn. Anything good, anywhere we learn.
The other thing that, Doctor, you're mentioning about the people who are sleeping, there was a quotation from a book which I read. Those who are asleep, we can wake them up. But those who are pretending to sleep, how to wake them up? This is our old. So this is an alarm clock. I think the sayings of Dr. Reddy is an alarm clock to wake us up and return back with greater feverish prayers so that the natural disasters can be mitigated. Next question. Will the Sai organization consider developing modalities of setting up a core group of paid preferred staff to manage functioning of the organization, especially when these people with special skill sets are coming from very poor background? That means they are very poor people, but they have got special skill set. Can the Sai organization employ them and keep them, because your organization is becoming more and more complex? Is this allowed?
It is a case by case. Right now, ours is completely voluntary organization where all the skill. By the way, we sent just last week, because we developed an international disaster relief committee about a year ago. We did not have that committee before. And also we developed a humanitarian relief website where we put all the disaster relief work like Haiti, Philippines. How many people have seen here the humanitarian disaster relief website? See, out of about 500 people, about 10 people. So our duty is to share this. I would request all the leaders and the zonal chair and the central coordinators to make sure this is not for publicity. Swami doesn't need publicity. He said that nobody need to talk about me or my work, but so that we inspire other people, motivate them to participate in this wonderful mission. That is the reason why we need to share this information, to inspire and motivate so that more people are given opportunities to participate. So please visit this. So coming back to that, then we sent last 2 weeks ago, the operation manual as well as guidelines for the disaster relief. That also please read. There mentions clearly who is the volunteer work, zonal disaster relief team, international disaster relief team, country disaster relief team, and all of these are voluntary. But in certain cases, we have paid people, but as needed basis, like we did in Haiti, people who do the carpentry work, plumbing work, electrical work, or people, actually we paid, we rent the place in Haiti because I personally went there a few years ago. And then when we went there are some people, they didn't have enough cooks or people buy. So as needed basis, we pay the salaries. But in general, it is the voluntary basis.
Yes, thank you. Dr. Reddy wants to say something.
Silence to all of you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now, Dr. Reddy has sent me this, the disaster management attachments to me, and I sent to all of you. So if you belong to Zone 4, all of you should be informed about this, because my duty, the center coordinator is supposed to follow up, and I believe that each one of you must find out what is happening at the zonal level, at the country level. The country presidents have the responsibility of dispatching this to the various centers, and they have to see whether these articles are being read out at the centers or informed officially to the devotees. Unless then, you will not be able to receive such inputs from the World Council. So I think we all must play our role. Our role should be to inform, communicate, and then let us do Swami's work. Otherwise, it will be not good. We have a wonderful team in Indonesia, as you well know, the Sai rescue team in Bali. Now, from that, we have started. Now, I've told Ganesh, our deputy coordinator, to take action to see that there's one in Jakarta and one in Medan. I hope all other countries will follow suit and have a rescue team, meaning that these people are trained by the army, etc., and they would then go to the place and do place of disaster and help them. Because what I saw at Aceh, what I saw in Padang, what I saw in all these things amounted to the sacrifice of the devotees of Indonesia or Muslims who are here. They did a lot of seva. And I think all of us must awake, as you said, awake to the occasion, and let's help if we can. Let's not wait for orders from others. We must respond. That's what Indonesia does. I just give a phone call to Dr. Brother Danish, and everything goes on. And I think this is important for us to work in tandem. Otherwise, we cannot reach to the people who are affected. By the time we reach them, it will be too late. Thank you, Doctor.
So I want to add one thing. So I want to have people not have a wrong perception. We are not forcing information on people. We are all one family. Like in your family, your brother succeeds, he does well, your parents will be happy about it has happened, your sister does something. We are all one family, and our father and mother is Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And his glory, his mission and his work and message never in the history happened during the time of Avatar. He is in 126 countries. My dream and vision is hope it is there in all the countries, maybe more than 200 countries, where because everybody is entitled to receive his love.